Continuing our interviews with candidates, Doug Saunders is a Libertarian Party candidate running for seat 2 of the White Pine County Commission. Neither of his opponents have contacted us to take advantage of the offer here for them to be with us on the radio. Doug took his time out from his 37 other jobs, and it's something I always said, if you want something done, find somebody who's too busy to do it, and usually they'll find a way to get it done. Doug, thank you for spending time to come out here to the ranch to talk to us. Tell us a little bit why you are seeking this office.
Well, thank you for having me, Wyatt. I would say the main reason would be if you're going to complain about politics, or if you're going to be interested in what's going on in your county or at the national level or whatever it is, you can't afford to sit on the side and just complain about it. And I believe that's even more true today than any other time. I think we need to make sure that if we're concerned with how our schools are going or how our local government is being run, then we need to take action and get involved. And I believe, in a more patriotic sense, there's a civic duty there to, as American citizens, that we should be involved, and then we should, if we're concerned about something, take action and maybe even decide for ourselves to run for office.
Before we started talking, we had a spirited discussion of the parties, and that is something that we will save for another time. Maybe if you do get elected, we'll have you come on and talk some more, maybe even if you don't. Getting involved in something like this, you're a very busy person. How are you going to be able to carve out the time to do this? Because it is not what a lot of people think it is it?
No, not at all. But I would say, I think, to your point when you started our interview here, if you want something done, you find a way. So for me, it's, I also get involved in community activities, leadership at the church, full-time work. And, if you decide, for myself, if I decide I wanted to run, then that means I automatically carve out the time. And if that means I'm up late, studying paperwork or reading documents, or, maybe after work I have to go to another meeting and talk to some people in the community about a concern, then I just make that time and make sure that my family is aware and on board with what I'm doing too. Because, without their support, none of it is possible, that's for sure. But I would say that's the way you make the time, is you just, number one, be organized. Number two is just, you have to make it happen. There can't be excuses, and you have to be deliberate with what you're putting your energy towards.
And that's true, as you hear our friend Dave Ramsey in the evenings talk about. You have to make a plan, and that's the only way anything ever works. What do you bring to the table here as far as being a candidate? Well,
I've written for the Bristlecone Tribune as early as the first year that my wife and I moved here, this will be our 4th year here in White Pine County. And from the minute we moved here, we've loved it. And it's not just the people. We love the people. We love the atmosphere. We love the outdoors, the small town nature of things, the way that everyone can kind of communicate and somebody who knows somebody, and that makes conversation easier. It makes meeting people easier. And so we immediately fell in love with the community. So I started writing for the newspaper and getting involved in what's going on and trying to keep myself plugged in and make myself available to anyone that either needs help or could use my help in whatever skills that I have, which I have some. I worked administrative law for 7 years. I'm familiar with financial budgets. I was a sales copywriter for some years and wrote white papers. So I've got a kind of a wide berth of skills that I think lend to the position.
It's we're not going to get into specific politics or any of that or positions, but I do want to ask you, if people want to talk with you more about what you have in mind and what your ambitions are to make this office work, how can they get in touch with you?
They can reach me at my email, which is dsaunders1@protonmail.com. I'm big about internet security, so Proton Mail they're great for making sure you don't get your computer hacked or your emails or whatever it is. Or you can reach out to me at my cell phone at 928-303-5305. And I love talking about this stuff too. So, I mean, anything that we have going on in the community that people are concerned about or interested in, or, I mean, we've got big development projects that have been hot button issues lately. And,
haven't they, though?
yeah. And, you know, I do have an opinion on those things, and where I think a lot of people in the county kind of would like to see things go, including myself. And, you know, maybe there's some areas where we're doing things right and we need to leave things alone. I think there's a lot of discussion for the future of White Pine County, especially.
Doug Saunders, Libertarian candidate for the White Pine County Commission seat 2. Give your phone number one more time.
That's area code 928-303-5305.
All righty. Doug Saunders with us here on KELY.